Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. It's time to think a bit. It's time to broaden the mind, to use all that information for your surveys, because you already know Wuthering Waves wants that feedback. So I'm here to help out this community the best I can, and I absolutely love it. This is why, even though I know I'm biased saying this, but I personally think this is going to be like the best community ever in gacha gaming. And you already know why. Simply because Wuthering Waves is controlling how people act, how people behave in this community, how people respond and reflect the criticism, how people address their ideas about this game. Think about it, we never had anything like this at all in gacha gaming. Since this game is actually asking for us, you know, the players, what they want in their game, we can go ham, we can go crazy. And that's where all this information lies. Information like this, usually it's outcast, isn't thought about because it's not going to be added to this game. But Wuthering Waves is completely different because Wuthering Waves, like I'm walking down the street, I get stopped by a mugger, it's Wuthering Waves. So you already know, they're not asking for money, they're asking for more feedback and I could go scot-free. That's basically what Wuthering Waves is at this point. And that's why this community is so great. You can have these crazy ideas and no one can really hate you for it because you can just add that to feedback. If you inspire enough people with your crazy idea that's actually pretty smart or something like that, you can inspire a lot of people to think the same way you're thinking. And we can have that in the survey and maybe it'll be added to the game. And that's all I want for this community, for people to be genuinely happy. And we're getting that. So let's get started with, today's line of business. And this line of business actually got me ratioed. Crazy, huh? So as you can see here, I asked, if you guys prefer the current team menu screen or a better one. And my God, the ratio is crazy. You see here, 348 likes. Moving on to what people say and their concept art, 2,500 likes, and I'm loving it, bro. This is why I love this community. You could just come together and start thinking about this. I'm getting ratioed not because people hate me, no, because people are actually engaging with the conversation. If that doesn't say how great this community is, I don't know what else will. But moving on, we have I cannot pronounce that name, bro. I'm sorry, I suck at names. So I mean, he brought out a really good concept art of how characters can look. This doesn't have to be Rover or Gion. It could be any other character. Yang Yang doesn't look like this. I love it. Doesn't look like this, but you get the picture. Something like that. And then we have another person that ratioed me even worse. I got ratioed really bad, bro. You guys don't understand. 4,500 likes. And he was cooking with this. I don't really like this. And I'll get to a reason why he was cooking. But my main focus of why I want this to be a thing is simply because Wuthering Waves puts in a lot of work. And I want them to be like, I want people to notice that quickly. Like you see, when you move on to the cutscenes, it's 3D modeling. All the new games are trying right now. They're putting in work with their cutscenes. They're putting in work with their, and this is crazy. Like this is a story. This is this is like the story thing. This is like, this is not a cutscene. This is just everyday interacting with people. This is what you're getting out of the game, and they're putting in work. Look at the way Rocha is holding that pistol, bro. Dude, if this was Honkai Star Rail, hate to say, but it would just be a black screen saying Rocha carried you a pistol or something or whatnot. If this was Honkai Star Rail, if I can have other things as well. I'm trying to find. There's another case in point, dude. They're just flexing at this point. Like seriously, you had to do 2 of them, really? It's kind of crazy, if you ask me. There you go, another scene. And I'm saying this is not a cutscene. This is stuff you would see in a cutscene. But Wuthering Waves, it's out here putting in passion for it. This is not, and the crazy part about this this is not a character quest. This is just her introduction. This is just her being introduced to the story. So if they're gonna put in all this work, use all these assets for her just being here, and these characters are going to be eventually, I hate to say replaced, recycled, but you know how it is. We move on to one region, we move on to the next one, which introduce new characters and so on. So these characters won't be on the screen as much. We'll move on to other characters. But the fact that doesn't matter to Wuthering Waves. They're willing to put in work for these animations to express how these characters are in the story. Something I really loved what they did is how they introduced the drag. If I can find it. Jesus Christ, I wish I bookmarked it. Here it is. The way they introduced the dragon in the scene, bro. Like I said before, guys, this is not a cutscene. Yet I'm getting Monster Hunter vibes from this. I play Monster Hunter, and this is exactly how you would introduce a dragon into the story, bro. Are you serious? Honestly, we can just make this this YouTube video just glazing how they do storytelling, but I'll save that for another video because I got something crazy in store for that one. I hope you guys are ready. But my case in point is Wuthering Waves cares about their presentation. So I wanted it to be easier to find, you know what I mean? Like something like, you know, look at this. We have characters, we have character animations already. We have character animations for every single character has like a character introduction animation when you select their character and so on. You can find a YouTube video of all of these character animations because I made a compilation of that. If you just scroll, you'll be able to find it if you go on my feed. But my case in point. So I understand. And that's why I want a better team menu, because that's like the first thing you could probably check in Wuthering Waves that isn't hard to find. This is something you will always go to when you're changing your character and so on. And having a better, you know, way of portraying these characters, who they are, instead of this like bland screen, I just feel it's gonna do them wonders for people who want to get into this game or people who just started this game. Like, I want people to pop in, look at the team menu, and be, wow, these characters look great. Because they are, and Kuro actually cares about their characters. I asked people how they feel about this. I got people saying that I love this 2D art, which is fair. Honestly, it's fair because, you know, a lot of the time we have these characters are in 3D. So having a different aspect, different dimensions to look at these characters is a good thing. So I actually agree with that. Moving on to other people, they said it's fine, but I'm interested how they can improve, because you already know Wuthering Waves is already working on improving. 2.0 was just a staple point to say, hey, we care about our game. We're gonna put in work. So you already know. I honestly, I know they're working on it too, so I can't wait to see. But this is just a conversation to see what the community really wants. Another person said this is fine. Why change it? 3D models, basically the same thing he said over there. They like having 2D because all they see is 3D, and I say no because of lag, which is fair. A lot of people playing this game only play on mobile, and if they add like a 3D, you know, a 3D type of menu screen, it's gonna cause lag, and people aren't gonna, you know, be able to. Some people won't be able to handle it as well, or it'll cause load times, which is fair. Another person said, I don't think so. They should spend more resources on like the open world aspect, event quality, and endgame, which is true. But also, like I said before about, you know, having the presentation out there instantly. When you're doing the open world randomizers or whatever, or event quality or endgame or something like that, that's gonna take time to show off. Somebody that just starts the game isn't gonna be able to see all that passion they put into their resources. That's why I want something fast, so we can grab the player first, like the newcomer first, to be interested in the game. You know what I mean? So for examples, you know, like I said before, something like this is a great way, I think, like, you know, a 3D aspect of how, you know, these characters look, because it looks stylish. It looks like something you'll see in Persona. Definitely there, you know, just imagine how your characters look angle wise. I was when we start off this stuff, I kind of wanted to be like Genshin as well. In Genshin Impact, every region that you go to has like a different outlook, like, you know, map setting for the theme of the area. So if we could combine that as well, I would like that. Also, we can do something what Genshin is doing as well, but I probably would, if we were going to do something like that, I would probably want it to look like Honkai Star Rail, how like the angles look, because it just looks more cinematic in a type of sense, if you get me. Or they can have it like on PGR. I don't play PGR, so I don't know if this is how like the theme menu actually looks. So somebody can just clarify that in the comments. But I would kind of like something like this, because it still plays homage to this. It's not as cinematic because, you know, the camera is all the way up to their heads and they have to look at it, which is kind of way more cinematic than just like, you know, this in a sense. Or for people who had an issue, if you look up before saying that no, it will cause lag, or we could do something like this. Having the characters like this is just a concept art by Sunjoy. It's a really good concept art. I can see it. And then these are the waves. I think these are the waves from the Black Shore. So it's playing an homage to the map setting that I like from Genshin Impact, and still putting it out there. And you still have the 2D art that everybody wants and really wants in the game. You can see the outlets, the shadows of each character, the silhouettes of each character, and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully, I would probably think these are going to be colored in so you can actually see the characters and so on. This is just a concept art. This is just like a concept basically of what he is visualizing for, like, you know, a new team menu. And what I would like, you know, even though it's kind of crazy and doesn't really make sense, is something like this. for the 3D type, you know, something like Metaphor v Phantasmo. Honestly, I absolutely love the way they walk in this type of game, and I would be so happy if they had like something in this where, like, you know, each character is walking, and then you just click on them and then they change. You can change how they are and then just keep walking, and you still have the menus over here and then all that kind of stuff. But that would probably take a lot of like, you know, resources. A lot of manpower to get to work, but I really do like, you know, the characters just walking because they're doing an animation. And like I said before, Wuthering Waves has put out like a lot of work in their animations, so I can see them definitely doing this because, like, with the passion they put out. Another way for the 2D side for people so they don't lag is something like this is Trails of Cold Steel 2. This is how the menu looks. You still have the 2D art, but it's a lot more compact, you know. It's a lot more stylish, you know, not as blocky as the one you see over here. Oh wait, I had a picture over here. Like, yeah, as you can see over here, it's not as blocky. There's way more space, and you can actually see the kind of like the full character as well. And then you can still have, like, you know, your main menu over here, so it could just be a quick swap and you can just move on to the animations and all that kind of stuff as well. Let's see here. So yeah, that's basically how it is. That's basically how it's gonna be. So other people said other things, like, you know, the real goal is speed, and that's why I would yeah, speaking of this, yeah, right, good thing I looked at this, because I would prefer a toggle as well. So a lot of this stuff, a lot of these changes, a lot of these designs are gonna need feedback, a lot of feedback. And it's basically what you guys think. I have no control over this. I'm just trying to compact all of the things that the community thinks, which is technically keep it as it is or work on it and keep it as 2D. That's what mostly the community wants. What I want, because, like, I'm biased because I play on PC, so I can handle that, which is, I'm going to tell you my bias here in front. I have a PC, I can handle, like, you know, harder frames and stuff like that, while probably people who play on mobile, which of course still matters because majority of people play on mobile, prefer 2D because of the load times, it just looks better and so on. There's a lot of reasons why we would probably choose 2D over 3D. But I would probably want a toggle as well, just for people who have any loading problems can still play the game with no issue and stuff like that as well. Anyway, oh god, I talked a lot this video, but like, this is the reason why I love this community. I'll keep saying it no matter how many times, because it's so new, guys. Think about it, bro. We would never have anything like this. I would never make videos like this if it didn't matter. Like, why would I make like, honestly, why would I make a video about what the community thinks about or something? Because it can be changed. It can be adapted. Wuthering Waves is doing something that I don't think a gacha game has ever done before, is giving hopes for people to change how the game looks. You can add your own twist, you can add your own change, and they will listen, and they will give you feedback eventually. If you yell out your ideas enough and loud enough, we will get a reason why it can't be added, or we're working on it, guys. We got you, we're working on it. And that's something magical, something crazy that we have never really seen in a gacha game before, because usually gacha games, all they care about is you know, money. You know, that's all they care about. I'm gonna be real with you, that's all they care about. But this is different. This is absolutely different. And the fact that Wuthering Waves is putting in so much quality, and like I said it before I think in a previous video before, usually when people have talent like Wuthering Waves, like the type of like things you're saying with the amazing like animations, attack animations, and so on, is people don't get listened to. The higher the talent is, the less likely the you know, the game devs are going to listen to the people. But that's not the case with Wuthering Waves. They actually do a front and back with us. They always are trying to keep a door open for our voices to be heard. And that is good. That's what's going to make this game amazingly successful. And I cannot wait to be a part of that. So, and it's going to be crazy. I can already see the future being insanely like bright. I always say that, it's kind of cringe, but like, you know what I mean. Anyway, that's all for now. Expect the survey. I will make that survey video. But that's all for now. Until next time, stay safe and take it easy. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.